This is an article that came out in USA Today. Opioids easily purchased online and shipped through the mail with little chance of discovery, probe finds. And this is January 25th, 2018. I'll leave the link to this article in the description box. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
Dear golfer, Florida's Paradise Coast has been ranked as one of the top destinations in the world, which means every round it delivers the very thing you want from a day on the links. An experience par excellence. Love paradise.
The U.S. opioid crisis
Okay.
just took another dangerous turn. Last year, synthetic opioids like fentanyl surpassed heroin as the leading cause of drug overdose deaths. That's according to provisional statistics from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC also found the number of overdose deaths caused by synthetic opioids has more than doubled from 2015. Altogether, the number of opioid overdose deaths in 2016 surpassed the number of deaths caused by the AIDS epidemic at its peak in 1995. One possible driving force behind the shift, the relative ease with which fentanyl can be produced. The base ingredient for heroin comes from the poppy flower. Fentanyl is synthetic, no crops needed. There is some good news, though. Earlier this year, the CDC found that in 2015, the number of opioid prescriptions fell for the first time since the epidemic began. Oftentimes, prescription drugs act as a gateway to stronger illegal opioids like heroin. Lowering the number of prescriptions might help slow the spread of the epidemic.
Okay. All right, so Senate investigators posing as opioid seeking drug users were able to demonstrate how easy it was for Americans to obtain fentanyl from China over the internet and have it shipped through regular mail with little chance of discovery, an investigation found. The investigation released Wednesday by the Senate Homeland Security Governmental Affairs Committee also linked online sellers in China to 7 opioid related deaths in the U.S. and 18 arrests for drug related offenses. Results of the investigation were told be discussed at a hearing Thursday before the Homeland Security Permanent Subcommittee on investigations. This investigation has uncovered how incredibly easy it is to buy these deadly drugs online and have them shipped here through the mail, said Senator Tom Carper of Delaware, ranking Democrat on the subcommittee. We have also learned how ill equipped federal agencies were to prevent drug smugglers from taking advantage of a massive recent surge in e commerce and international mail to ship synthetic opioids like fentanyl into our communities, Carper said in a statement that accompanied release of the report. Republican Senator Rob Portman of Ohio, chairman of the subcommittee, said fentanyl had surpassed heroin, prescription drugs, and car accidents as the leading cause of accidental death in the state. The federal government can and must act to shore up our defenses against this deadly drug and help save lives, Portman said. The report blames the U.S. Postal Service and Custom Border Protection for failing to prepare for the increase in international shipments. Only slightly more than a third of international packages, including advanced electronic data that would help target illegal opioids. The Postal Service said in a statement that it was working aggressively to stem the flow of illegal drugs entering the country. It said that postal inspectors had achieved sizable increases in international parcels seized and in domestic seizures related to opioids. I mean, but see, all the drugs don't come in that way. The drugs that come across the border from Mexico don't hit the airports, so the drugs are still getting in here. Investigators simply Googled fentanyl for sale and then posed as first time online purchasers, never finalizing an order or making a payment. Though the payment information investigators identified more than 500 transactions by more than 300 people in the U.S., totaling $230,000, the street value of the purchases translated to $766 million. Wow. Purchases were made from 43 states, with those in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida making the highest number of purchases. Well, you got big junkies in all of those states. More than 63,600 Americans have died of drug overdoses in 2016, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and two-thirds of those caused by opioids include fentanyl. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, and China is not going to do anything about curbing the fentanyl that's coming into the country. They said America don't have any proof. Something else when they're using your own thing against you. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell twice and join me over on Black Junction TV and blackspot.com. Peace, family.